It's called the spray and pray model, producing a media release and just emailing it bulk to 100 journalists. You're not likely to see much of a result from that. Well, it is actually my birthday tomorrow. That did hit the ceiling.
It's virtual cheers.
Cheers. A lot of people in PR used to be journalists. My background is not journalism. My background is not media. My background's actually banking and finance.
What is PR?
I describe PR as reputation management by mastering your messages. So there's the reputation of your people, there's the reputation of your company, there's also the reputation of your product. Absolutely, another way to think of public relations is getting other people to say you're good without paying them to say it. You don't just want to have your name out there, you want it to be associated with something, and you want to earn trust, and then you want to have influence. There's a bit of an obsession with SEO and blogs in some parts of PR. So whether it's an email or a blog or an article in the newspaper, that's really a question of distribution. I work with the currency of trust and influence, and you only get trust and influence if you reward people for giving your time. There's nothing to say you can't simply email a media release to a journalist. Is that going to lead to the journalist writing a story about you? Very unlikely. You know, the beers with the boys, like I said, that means they'll pick up the phone. It doesn't mean you'll get a story. What does mean you'll get a story is if you've got something that's worth saying. You need a news hook to get the journalist interested. The price of being a guest on that particular podcast was $20,000. Maybe positioning someone or getting them a keynote speaker opportunity at a conference. We get a little bit murky there sometimes. But there are ways to get a lot of good PR and a lot of good value for money without necessarily having to pay to play. Because you want to be on the front page of the newspaper for the right reasons, right? Not the wrong reasons. Sometimes it's the chairman of the board and I might get a little call and it's, Jennifer, we've got a situation. And I'm like, okay, like there's going to be a story and come out. Now, in those situations, what they want is to use everything we know in reverse. They do not want it in the newspaper.